No matter how many times your friends or relatives have told you to move on from some situation, but sometimes you feel like you are not just ready yet. Moving on can be difficult when you have spent several years with them. Any situation, whether it is a crush who you need to move on from, or a dating situation that has gone sour, can be unique and complex in its own way. Sometimes there might not be a perfect way to proceed forward. Here are the 10 signs that you might not be ready to move on. Welcome to the Ardent Blogger, a channel for all the curiosity lovers who want to know something different every day. Today, we are back with an amazing video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, you are missing out a lot. Number 1. We humans crave for regularity and will do anything possible to keep our comfort zones warm, even if it considers procrastinating the inevitable. If you just had your breakup, you tend to not be ready to accept the change that comes with it. No matter whether it was you who pushed for the situation to end or the other person was involved, we often have regrets about the changes that we have to adjust to the new reality. Number 2. If the breakup or a situation was not mutually ended, then there is a strong change need to made. However, you cannot consider your feelings to change immediately. After it ends, you go through every situation in your head where you figure out the things which could have worked out. When one of the two people involved are caved to what the other individual wants, they are often forced to move on, despite leaving them have strong feelings for the other. Number 3. If they still have the ability to change your mood, even if you are having a pretty bad day, then this is a sign that you are not ready to move on. If you still find that source of positivity or happiness in someone, then you just can't be ready to let go of easily. Once we trust someone enough to share how we feel on our best and worst days, it can become difficult to stop going to them for the same things that we were doing before. Number 4. This is a no-brainer. The more time you know someone and the closer you are to them, the more comfortable you'll be with when they are around. You just cannot accept willing to give up this feeling if you have this level of vulnerability. After all, this may be the first person you go and talk to, you developed a trust in them, and will not give up this safe space so much easily. Number 5. If you are rereading their old conversations, then you have reached a dangerous game, especially when you just had a breakup. Scrolling back to the first messages that you two ever sent to each other, and reading all the way up to the present day, is certainly a way which many of us try to cope. We either try to figure out where it all went wrong, or we just convince ourselves that they felt different than what they did in reality. Number 6. After spending a time with the one, it is possible that you may have picked up their unique ways of doing or saying some things. Sometimes you consider trying to mimic their patterns. Maybe you again went to visit their favorite coffee shop, or watching the TV show that they had introduced you. This is a sure sign that you are not just ready yet to move on from the current situation. Number 7. If you have convinced yourself that you two will meet and get together again, then you are probably picturing yourself with them in the future. It can happen to any couple, friends, or some other relationship, and is a very clear sign that you are not ready to move on. It certainly takes time of several stages before you can finally stop picturing yourself together. You can just find one thing that revolts to stand up for yourself. Number 8. Maybe you have deleted all their messages as well as their number, and have cut everything to reach out to them. However, there is a thing called physical and mental opportunity to reach out to them when you really should not. If you have not deleted them from your virtual life, then you cannot be just ready yet. Do not be hard on yourself and making expectations of any sort, otherwise you will harm yourself in the long run. Number 9. When you have finally decided to take the risk and put yourself back out there again, you might be pushing yourself to do something that you are not ready for yet. Maybe you have gotten into the world of online dating, but found yourself not knowing who or what you are looking for in a future partner. Perhaps you can start comparing the conversations or the physical appearance. This can turn out to be mental block, and perhaps you won't able to move on again. Number 10. Perhaps they were a really impressive kind of individuals, or you two were friends before you decided to explore together. Maybe you start convincing yourself that you can still spend the time without hurting the other or feeling awkward. If you are still prioritizing and staying in touch with them, or if you are trying to spend time with them in person, you might not be ready to completely remove them from your life. We are glad you have made till the end. We have handpicked the videos which we recommend you watch next. Feel free to talk to us on our social media channels or on our website theardentblogger.com about any recommendations or suggestions.